What's up, YouTube? I felt a little bit of an open loop in my mind because I just got off our coaching accelerator call that we do in our coaching program, and I started to teach on Hebrews 12 and 1 Corinthians 9, but I didn't get to finish. So I'm going live to finish it now, kind of just because I feel like I got to. What we were talking about is how to get better every day, how to pull that slack out of our lives. There's these areas, these different things that we have and deal with, so to speak, that, man, we know it's slowing us down. We know that it's kind of entangling us. I'll explain in a minute. Let's do this. Let me read you Hebrews 12, and we're going to read it in a couple of translations real quick. Listen to what it says. Actually, we're going to start in the Amplified. It's just what I've been hanging out in lately. What's up, guys? Thanks for hopping on. Therefore, since we are surrounded by a great cloud of witnesses, strip off every unnecessary weight and the sin which so easily and cleverly entangles us. Let us run with endurance and active persistence the race that is set before us. Now, listen to how it puts it in the Message. I didn't get to say this earlier. Some of you guys were on there. But listen to what it says in the Message. Do you see what this means? All the pioneers who blazed the way, all the veterans cheering us on. It means we'd better get on with it. Strip down, start running, never quit. No extra spiritual fat, no parasitic sins. Keep your eyes on Jesus, who both began and finished this race that we are in. Study how he did it, because he never lost sight of where he was headed. The exhilarating finish in and with God. He could put up with anything along the way, cross, shame, whatever. And now he's there in the place of honor, right alongside God. When you find yourself flagging in your faith, go over that story again, item by item, that long litany of hostility he plowed through. That will shoot adrenaline in your souls. Listen to this part. In this all-out match against sin, others have suffered far worse than you, to say nothing of what Jesus went through, all that bloodshed. So don't feel sorry for yourselves. All right? Don't feel sorry for yourselves. This is a big deal. Listen to what he's talking about here in this race. Is we've all got this race set before us. And he says, strip off every unnecessary weight. One translation says, strip off the unnecessary weight that so easily trips us up and slows us down. You've got a race. You are running a race set before you. You know what it is. God's put something in your heart. He's put you on a path. Let's get after it. Now, what are the weights that are slowing you down and hanging you up? That word weight there, if you look it up in the original Greek, it means a burden or an oppressive burden. Oppressive means it's crushing. It slows you down. It hinders you. It is painful. It feels overwhelming. What is that burden that you need to strip off of your life so that you can run faster in your race? What's that thing that's hanging you up? Could it be bitterness? Could it be resentment? Could it be something somebody did to you a while ago that you're still mad about? Maybe something you feel like God did that you're still mad about? What is it? What's that thing? For me, and what we were talking about in Accelerator Call, is just one of those oppressive burdens is how much we think about money. Constantly thinking, how are we going to make it? How are we going to do it? How are we going to make more? How are we going to hit the next level? Okay, yeah, we made this much sales, but how do we get to the next level of sales? That guy's making more than us. How do we get there? How do we do that? Why is he making more? Am I messing up? What am I doing wrong? God, what? It's like, man, that's kind of an oppressive burden. It slows a lot of us down, doesn't it? It's kind of exhausting to wear ourselves out with over and over again. But here's what's interesting. It says, strip off those unnecessary weights, those oppressive burdens. Well, Psalms 55:22 says, release your burdens, the weight of them, to God. Tells you how to do it. Man, release those burdens. Man, I'm refusing to worry about money from this point forward. I'm going to refuse to worry about XYZ. I'm going to cast my cares regarding you fill in the blank with the thing that's slowing you down. Let's get rid of these weights so we can run our race. It goes on to say in the Amplified here, strip off every unnecessary weight and the sin that so easily entangles us. So it separates the two. Well, what is the sin that easily entangles you? It's probably the sin you've dealt with your whole life. The one that's kind of always been there, kind of always tripped you up. What is that? What's that sin? You know what it is. Man, let's get rid of it. Let's strip it off. That's a decision you make. If you're over here like, oh, it's a progress, it's a process. Well, you've been progressing and processing and trying for the last 15 years. Why don't you just do it? It just says strip it off. Just get rid of it. Make the decision. Cut it. Let us run with endurance and active persistence the race set before us. Endurance means you don't quit. You endure it. You go through it. The Bible talks about in James 1 that on the other side of patient endurance, when you have it, when it does a perfect work in you, when it works on you, makes you better, develops you, it says on the other side of patient endurance, you will become perfect, complete, and lacking nothing. That's a great way to live. I want to be perfect, complete, and I want to lack nothing. So I'm going to run my race with endurance. I'm not one who quits. And then it says with active persistence. Don't be passive about this thing. Let's go over here and let's go to 1 Corinthians 9, verse 24. It echoes what we just read in Hebrews 12, but it brings another little perspective to it. I think it's going to help you. We're going to learn how to get better just a little bit every single day. Do you not know that in a race, all the runners run their very best to win, but only one of them receives the prize? Run your race in such a way that you may seize the prize and make it yours. So look at your race right now. Look at that call, that mission, that purpose, that assignment on your life, the thing that you're doing, the thing you're putting your hand to. How does the one who wins, how does that gal show up? The one who's winning is out in front. The one who wins the race is different than the person who gets second, the person who gets third. The one who runs the race as one who wins and seizes and grabs the prize, that guy is a tiger. That girl gets after it. They've stripped off every weight and sin that easily slows them down, entangles them, and trips them up. They got rid of that junk. I mean, even if you think about Michael Jordan, dude had his problems, but man was disciplined. And that guy came early, stayed late, outworked everybody, outprepared everybody, out-hustled everybody. He had endurance. He had stamina. He worked out. He prepared. He ran his race or played the game as one who wins. He was a killer. Now, you can do that without being a jerk. You can do that and be godly and full of integrity and full of great godly character. It's not one or the other. You can do both. But a lot of Christians aren't running the race with endurance. They quit at the first sign of trouble. They quit when things get just a little bit tough. They aren't actively persisting, like it said in Hebrews. They are passively sitting back, hoping things work out, hoping God does everything for them and magically puts money and success in their lap. Paul didn't say to do that. He says, run your race as the one who wins. The person who gets second, the person who gets third, the person who's in the middle of the pack, the person who's in the back of the pack, they run their race differently. They have a different set of characteristics about them, different character traits. The one who wins is different. That's the person preparing, getting up early, studying, practicing, doing what they got to do to get ahead, not just hoping things work out. Listen to what he says. Now, every athlete who goes into training and competes in the games is disciplined and exercises self-control in all things. So you're entering this race. That means you need to exercise discipline and self-control in all things. What areas of your life do you need to tighten that up in? Do you need to get a little bit better in? Do you need to develop in just a little bit? What areas of discipline and self-control do you need to exercise? Do you need to get better in? How about your morning routine? You getting up early? Do you get up last minute? Do you get up before your kids, or do your kids wake you up? Do you start your day on the offense, or do you start your day on defense? Do you start your day in the battle, or do you get up early and put on your spiritual armor first? What about your food? What about your eating? What about your exercising? You struggling there? Do you need to be a little more disciplined? Do you need to tighten some things up? Do you need to pull that slack out? Everyone who competes is disciplined and exercises self-control in all things. What's that for you? Is it your words? Is it your verbiage? Is it your tongue? Is it your vocabulary? You cussing a little bit? Do you slip up and blurt things out? Do you have a hot temper? What do you need to exercise and practice self-control in? Is it your money? Is it your spending? Check yourself. You know what it is. But let's put some eyes on it and let's develop. Let's go work on it. He says this, but they do it to win a crown that withers, meaning they're putting in all this work and effort just to win an earthly, perishable prize that doesn't mean a lot. But we do it to win a prize that is eternal. It is imperishable, a crown that cannot wither. So it's comparing earthly people. They go and compete and they train and they exercise and they're disciplined and they get after it. And it's for a prize that doesn't really even matter. It's just a trophy. But we do it. We do the same things. We prepare, we train, we get after it to win and get a crown that is imperishable and never withers. An eternal prize is why we do it. I think you could even make the argument that worldly people work harder and train harder and discipline themselves better than Christians. And that's just for them to win junk. They'd make some more money and try to make $1 million and all these different things. We're over here doing it for an eternal prize, but we're not even doing it. We're not even running our race as one who wins. We're just hoping everything works out. We're just sitting back and being passive. Saying earthly people get out, worldly people get after it for something that doesn't matter. Us heavenly minded people should get after it for something that really matters. You guys, you're tracking this, right? Like you're getting this. Listen to this episode again if you need to. Verse 26, 1 Corinthians 9:26. Therefore, I do not run without a definite goal. What's your definite goal? Do you have one, or are you just going in a direction? Are you just waking up and seeing what happens, what's going to happen today? I'm just kind of floating through, wandering through. Or are you on a path with a definite goal? Because runners who win the race have a definite goal. They know exactly where they're headed. I do not run without a definite goal. I do not flail around like one beating the air, just shadow boxing. Not just playing around here. All right, I'm in it to win it. But like a boxer, I strictly discipline my body and make it my slave, so that after I have preached the gospel to others, I myself will not somehow be disqualified as unfit for service. So I believe that means literally disciplining your body. Make it your slave. That's super important. I don't want my body, think about it also, your flesh. I don't want my flesh, I don't want my carnal mind, my natural way of thinking to control me. I don't want to be its slave. I want it to be my slave. I tell it what to do. Do you know you can tell your mind what to think? Do you know you can tell your body what to do? James 3 verse 2 says, if you are mature in your speech, you can bridle your whole body, which means control your whole body. You can tell it what to do. He says, I discipline my body. I make it my slave, because we don't want those natural carnal things to rise up, to take over and ultimately disqualifies us. We want to be in control. We want our spirit man to be in control of our bodies. But he's saying we work at it. We can get a little bit better every day. We can develop in this a little bit every day. We can train a little bit more in this every day. I appreciate you guys. Thank you, Victoria Kimberly says she's definitely tracking. Victoria says blessings. Yeah, you guys are awesome. Thanks for hopping on. I wanted to get this out here. Hebrews 12:1 and then 1 Corinthians 9:24. Man, it talks about running your race and getting after it. I want to read you. I want to go back to Hebrews 12 in the Message. Now that you know what you know, let's listen to it again. Do you see what this means? All these pioneers who have blazed the way, these veterans that are cheering us on, it means we better get on with it. Strip down, start running, never quit. And can you imagine living a life that way? I'll be honest with you guys. I feel like I'm doing it right now. I feel like I've got a fire and a momentum. More so, I'm burning brighter and hotter than I ever have in my life. And I feel like this guy right here. I'm stripping down. I'm getting rid of all the junk. I mean, all kinds of stuff. I've peeled away pretty much all social media. I operate on YouTube. I guess it's social media. I don't really think of it like that, the way I use it. But and it's fine if you're on those things, but personal convictions. I'm stripping myself off those things, really dialed in what we're eating, dialing in exercise, been losing weight, been trimming up, feels great. Been in the Word more than ever, just keeping junk out of my eyes, out of my ears, keeping idle words out of my mouth, things like this, working on myself, developing on different things, being in the Word more, dialing stuff in, pulling that slack out so that I can run my race as one who wins. And I'm telling you, the misconception about this, the enemy will make you think it's like this super hard willpower move and you suffering and all this stuff. No, it actually feels really, really good. That's what the devil doesn't want you to know. It actually feels great to get up early and literally put God first, to get in the Word, to listen to a faith-building sermon, man, to write and to take notes, to go to church every time the doors are open, man, to sit front row, to volunteer for stuff, to get plugged in, to focus more on God than you do on money, to focus more on God than you do your business and career. Man, that stuff feels good. The enemy wants you to think it's hard and blah, blah, blah. It's actually awesome. And the more you do it, the more you want to do it. Strip down, start running, never quit. No extra spiritual fat, no parasitic sins. Keep your eyes on Jesus. Keep your eyes on him. That's a big deal. It goes down to say, when you find yourself flagging in your faith, feeling discouraged, go over that story again, Jesus' story. Go item by item. You'll see what he plowed through, and it will shoot adrenaline into your souls. In this all-out match against sin, others have suffered far worse than you, not to mention what Jesus went through. So don't feel sorry for yourselves. And these are great tips. I don't need to be feeling sorry for myself going through some stuff. That doesn't help anybody. It definitely doesn't help me. So I'm just not going to do that anymore. Let's get after it today. Man, I love you guys. If you haven't yet, I invite you to go check out increaseministries.com. We got a lot of cool stuff over there. If you'd like to support what we do, it helps me and my family be able to keep doing this stuff full time. We got all kinds of cool programs. We got access to a bonus content library for you, exclusive content in there, our private membership. You get weekly Zoom calls and coaching calls with me and our Increase team. We got all kinds of cool stuff. If you really are wanting to work on your literal weight and fitness, we just launched a fitness program inside of Increase Warrior, and it is absolutely transformational. It's simple. Anybody can do it no matter where you're at. You can start exactly where you're at and start getting results right away. So it's absolutely awesome. But we'll dial in your faith, your finances, your fitness. We'll help you find your thing, your fulfillment. We'll work on family and marriages. We got all kinds of amazing trainings, programs. And then we meet up multiple times per week on Zoom. We hang out and help each other win. It's awesome. I just got off that. We have a Tuesday accelerator call. Just got off that. Came straight over here because I wanted to keep teaching and preaching and hanging out with you guys. So I appreciate y'all. Let me know if you have any questions. I'm here to help. I'm in your corner. I love you guys. I'll see you in the next one.